we did a video a while back talking about Lofty, the CRM system we're going to be chatting about today. This was back when it was called Chime. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. We were still almost a year ago, somewhere around there.
I'd say like 10, yeah.
Somewhere around there. We were newer to Real Broker, and we just started using the CRM system ourselves, and we just kind of did a review, what we thought of it. We got a lot of really good feedback from that video. You guys seemed to like it. We had some follow-up questions from it. So our CRM guy, as I call him, is back.
That's good to know.
Spencer.
That's what I'm used for, is the CRM.
He does a lot of other things in our business. He's our listing specialist, but one of the things he does is he is our CRM dude. He focuses on that, and he uses it a lot. And so basically, I'm just going to be asking him a handful of questions that you guys want to know about this CRM system. So whether you are somebody who is considering getting a new CRM system, you're like, I want to hear a little bit more about Lofty is the name, by the way. It used to be Chime. So I was calling it Loftly for a long time. Lofty. Whether you're thinking about getting a new CRM system, maybe you're considering joining Real Broker. This is a CRM system that at Real you don't have to use, but you get an insane discount, which we'll talk about that later on. So maybe you're thinking about joining Real, you want to know more about this. I know when we were in the process of thinking about joining Real, we did a ton of research on this particular CRM system. Maybe you're new to Real and you want to learn more about what Lofty can do for you. Whatever boat you're in, hopefully today's video can add you some value, and hopefully you can learn some new ways to make money in your business using your CRM system.
Yeah, and I think that's huge, though. How to better utilize a CRM system. I mean, where we were at our previous brokerage is we had a CRM. It just comes with it, set up. And did you actually use it? Did you actually send out the emails like you were supposed to? Are you wording things correctly? I mean, the thing was that I found was we never truly utilized a good CRM system. Yeah. And it's because at our previous brokerage, it's just kind of handed to you, and it's free. I'm sure a lot of brokerages are like that, especially those brick and mortar buildings. But with Lofty...
Sorry, let me just add one thing as well. Our last CRM system that we had at our previous brick and mortar brokerage, like Spencer was saying, and a lot of you guys might be in this boat too if you're with a big like franchise, is your company owns your CRM system. Yeah. So if that's the case, that means if and when you switch brokerages, you go out on your own, whatever that looks like for you, you lose everything and you have to manually input it. It's a big headache. But with Lofty, it's not owned by Real Brokers, so you can use this CRM even if you're not with Real. So carry on. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
But that was a big point, though. We didn't really utilize our CRM. Yes, we put clients in there, buyers, sellers, past clients, when it was like on top of mind. And that's a good point, though. If you're in another brokerage, they own that CRM in those brick and mortar buildings, especially. So as soon as you tell that principal broker, hey guys, I'm thinking, because that's what we did. I'm thinking about making a move somewhere else. This is kind of what I'm thinking, just out of honesty. They literally shut it down 2 days later.
And you don't have access to anything.
Well, we didn't even have our next brokerage picked out. So we lost all of our contacts, a lot of our contacts. So luckily I had something saved, but my escrow agents that I've worked with in the years, they were helpful enough to send me previous transactions and escrows, stuff like that. Yeah. So I can re-input them into this Lofty CRM system. But a big part of what I just had to remind myself with this CRM, Lofty, is don't jump in and start doing all the cool things. And I say that in quotations, the cool things, until you really kind of know how it works, how it operates, because you can really look like the dummy when you don't really know what's happening on the back end. Or say somebody does sign up on your website and it's connected with Lofty. They'll send auto emails or an auto text, or your AI, assistant. They'll send things that you don't actually know what's being sent. So once the client does contact you, you're kind of like out of the loop and stuff like that. So what I want to recommend you guys do, and this is why I'm saying this in the very beginning of today's podcast, is do your research, look up as many tutorials, YouTube videos, hands-on training that you can. So when you do sign up with Lofty or go through Real Broker and you get basically a free Lofty CRM system with Real Broker, that was a big reason why we wanted to even make that move.
It's $40 a month with Real, and usually it's over $500, and it is well worth that amount. So
it's educate yourself, though.
Yeah.
To cut that story short, is educate yourself.
Okay.
Do your due diligence. You can upload thousands of people into that CRM, but if you're not categorizing correctly, if you're not setting up the back end work, so things are expected to be happening that really aren't happening, then you're going to be in a world of trouble, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh. And sometimes it's easier to start slow than move quickly is my advice, okay? Because everybody, they just want to go.
Like learn it thoroughly and take your time.
Because there are a lot of cool tools. There's a lot of cool resources, and the realities are learn to use them, test them out on yourself, and see how things are actually operating on the back end. So you are in full understanding of, what's being sent to your future clients, because it's a service industry and we want to serve people appropriately, correctly. And if we're not, then I think we are missing a little bit on that servicing side, which is professionalism. And that's what we are, is real estate agents.
Okay. So first, I forgot to add, so I got to add, if you are a real estate agent outside of the state of Oregon and you have a client relocating to Oregon, send them our way. We'd love to give you a referral fee. We love swapping referrals with you guys on this channel, our agent friends all over the country. It's so much fun. But second, we're going to get into, I want to kind of steer the conversation towards a little bit more of like how you're using this CRM system in particular to stay in touch with your clients, stay top of mind with past clients, and gain interest in new clients. But first, this question comes to mind because I'm in a position a lot as somebody who has Zoom calls often with new agents or just agents in general who are considering joining Real Broker. I'm in a position a lot where agents that have just joined, and by the way, this applies if you didn't join Real Broker, you're not ever going to join, that's fine too. But because I'm in a position a lot where I'm chatting with agents who are joining this brokerage, a lot of them have questions, or they're like, what do I do now that I've joined? What's the first thing I should do regarding this CRM system if it's new to them? What's your advice to someone in that situation?
My advice is, like I said, educate yourself on the tutorial videos of initially how to set up your Lofty CRM. Now, not everybody does their CRM the same way, but from what I found from our previous brokerage to what these other individuals were doing with their CRMs was very, very similar. You got hot, cold leads, A to C, whatever you want to name them as. The big part is like categorization, like you mentioned just now. Like if you're an out-of-state realtor and you have a client wanting to move here to Oregon, we have they're called segments. They used to be called groups. And so we have a segment for out-of-state clients. And then out of that, you write their notes, you get their profile, name, phone number, all that. And then we take a note of who you are as a real estate agent to get you your referral fee. So there's this organization part of Lofty that I really think is crucial before you even start inputting clients or your previous pocketbook or, your mom and dad. You need to understand the actual background of it. Okay. And I think the organization tools are just super, super important. And that's where that tutorial videos, there's plenty of them out there. Go look them up on YouTube. You guys are probably on that platform right now. And there's multiple people doing them right now that I found very simple and easy. For instance, I'd be on the elliptical, listening to it, watching it, and then saying, oh, okay. So when I got home, I'd play around, and really the proof is in the pudding. You just got to put your head down on the laptop and do it. Yeah,
it's kind of one of those things that I know for me at least, I really despise and don't enjoy, but you kind of have to like force yourself to actually pay attention to the video so you know what to do and all of that. But really like taking time that first week or so, that you have it, just time block some time to be like, this is what I'm doing in my business right now, is going to get this out of the way. And then you kind of set it and forget.
And I would literally go like minute by minute, like with my laptop open, with the tutorial happening, and I would change things around how I felt worked for me and how we structure our business and how maybe I think we're going to keep future clients, current clients, past clients more organized.
Yeah.
And I just think that's more crucial than just uploading thousands of people into a CRM right away.
Okay, so the other day you dropped off a couple of CMAs to potential home sellers. What did you do to get those inquiries? Because I believe that you used Lofty.
Yeah, so like we mentioned, joining our new brokerage where we're at right now, Real Broker, it was like one of those big incentives of what is this brokerage really going to offer me to service clients? Because at the end of the day, we are in that industry, the service industry. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of got hooked on the CRM side because it's more than just a CRM. It's a marketing tool. It's an AI assistant. It's everything in one. I mean, you can do so many cool things. You can connect your BombBomb. You can connect your YouTube. You can connect your website to it. So it's like, rather than having 5 or 6 different subscriptions to multiple platforms and apps to assist you in your business, why not package it all into one? And I thought that was really, really appetizing at the time when we were looking into this brokerage, and Lofty was just like one of those callings for it. And so what I've done is it has a really, really good marketing tool. And whether you're using the AI part or you're using the auto emails, or you're just writing out your own emails and selecting everybody. The categorization part is what I did, and that's how I got these listing appointments technically. So I hit a lot of for sale by owners, right? And I find them on Zillow, I write them down, I make a spreadsheet, I upload it into Lofty, bam. It's in that segment, that group, if you will. And for sale by owners, boom. And I got manufactured homes for sale by owners. I got residential for sale by owners. I got townhome for sale by owners.
So they're all those categories. In Lofty.
Lofty. And so what I can do is I can just select them, and then I can literally, like the property address, for instance. It's in their profile. So I just say, hey, owner so-and-so at this property. So there's like a special input to where it says property address. So you don't have to manually do that on like 100 plus for sale by owners in a particular area. So it automatically kind of makes it more personal at that point, because everybody gets these texts, right? Like we as realtors, we get automated texts all the time. Like every week I have a lender sending me 2 of them at least.
Right.
It's up to me to unsubscribe.
Wait.
But I haven't.
So just to clarify, you're sending out a mass amount of texts to for sale by owners through Lofty, and they're personalized. Yeah. You're sending them, like, you obviously, it's automated. You say what you're going to say, but then you only have to click send once, but then it goes out to, you can send them to like 500, however many you want. And then it says, hey, it's the person's name, like,
yeah, you can do mass personal text. Okay. That for me, I'm not really looking at it as like personal. I'm just wanting to grab an attention hook to where they understand maybe it just went to 150 people at the same time, but they're questioning it to get a reply, because there's always that curiosity side in prospecting as to why is somebody going to reply to this text message. And so what I found was Lofty, they really give that option. And then on top of that, I mean, I have them set up on these things called smart plans, because everybody needs follow-up, and the average agent follows up terribly. They do it like 2 or 3 times, and they expect, why me? Why didn't I just get this listing?
And the average lead is converted after like 10 times of following up.
Exactly. So when you prospect in a matter of not being a pest or annoying, but in a way of like keeping on top of mind, as I like to put it, you're going to get noticed after a month or 30, 40 days. And then maybe you do get the listing appointment. And the fact that I have a system in place that's working for me, and I'm not taking my time and energy, well, that means I'm able to go prospect, book more appointments, or just be at home with my parents and wife, or daughter, and go work out.
So your just to clarify, your follow-up is scheduled ahead of time. You're able to do that?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so there's again, tutorials, videos of like suggested follow-ups with these smart plans. And whether you're prospecting for sell by owners, expired listings, buyers, it's all up to you and your method of business and what you're good at. And I thought that was really cool. And there's automated plans in the system already, just in case you don't want to create your own smart plans.
So if you're somebody who follows up with or, contacts for sale by owners, expired listings, this is great for you. Obviously, you could have a category for if you're someone that buys Zillow leads, you could have it for a category for your Zillow leads, have a follow-up plan for them. Past clients, we have, I'm sure, a plan for past clients. And then another question. Now, where did it go? I literally just had a question off the top of my head. No, it was good. Oh yeah. Is there a dialer? That's something I genuinely want to know.
Yes.
Does Lofty have a dialer?
Yes.
Do you use
there
it?
is a dialer. I do use it. I have used it. I haven't used it in the past lately, to be honest, but I used to use it more often than not. And there's other subscriptions. So like you mentioned, with our brokerage, we get Lofty for $40 a month. Cool. Well, I actually upgraded to like the unlimited plan. And so the subscription that we got handed to us was like 500 texts a day and X amount of calls per week or even day. And I'm just like go big or go home type of guy. So I bought the additional package to where we actually pay $140 a month for this Lofty subscription because I'm like, I can do anything. My AI assistant can do as many text messages or follow-up texts a day. And say you have 10,000 people in that CRM.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to be able to reach everybody appropriately. The odds of you needing an additional plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to unsubscribe and go back to our original plan, to be honest with you guys, because I realize I'm not actually using that. But if you're like on a big team or something, that's where like this CRM becomes something is in a different category or a different animal.
Right.
And you're able to utilize it amongst different team members, from the lead, from your head honcho on the team to the broker working just specific cold calls. And you can categorize that and say, hey, so-and-so's got these people, so in the system, whose lead is whose.
Something I also want to talk about for a minute is the AI. So I was super impressed with the artificial intelligence that even just, the basic plan that you can choose to use for $40 a month with Real Broker. I was I'm choking here on my spit. I was very impressed with the artificial intelligence. Can we talk just for a minute about how you're using that for your business, what that does for you, and just what your thoughts on it?
Okay, so say you're somebody that struggles with coming up with material, whether that's an email. Okay, it prompts you. Literally, I sent out to my buyers that had a high review rate on our website, and that's what's cool about Lofty. It shows you how often they've been to your website or how long it's been since they viewed a home on your own website. And I think that's pretty crucial. If people aren't using your website, that's a problem. So that's something that engages, and then it actually gives you the feedback, the analytics, which I think is important. The AI prompts you with like schedule. Okay, so you can go on somebody's profile, right? Go to a text or an email, and the AI part, you can say schedule call, and it'll literally prompt a whole description of how somebody can contact you for a call later that day, and it literally writes out everything like in an email, and it was unbelievable.
Wow.
Right before this podcast, I did that to 10 of my buyer leads because they've been active in the last week. But guess what? I haven't scheduled any showings with them, yet they're viewing homes. Well, if people are viewing homes, then they must want a home maybe, right? But the problem is they're not putting their foot in the door. So I went on and I clicked their profile. I said, schedule a call. It wrote a really simple text message, and it said, hey, contact Spencer Crawford. Gave him my phone number. Even though the Lofty phone number is different than your personal one, in the message, it said, call this number, my personal number. I've already had 6 texts back saying, hey, can I call you later on in the day? I'm at work. Or I literally got a call 2 minutes after I sent it. Client from Roseburg area wanting to move here into Salem.
Nice.
They got their house listed already.
Nice.
I mean, that's just simple lead 101. And if you're not following up or checking in, as you would say, I hate hey, it's Spencer and I'm here to check in. But if you're not doing that, people literally lose you because there's so many other agents out there.
True.
And that's another thing why the CRM was super helpful. It still is helpful, and we're using it today.
Okay. Last thing I'll touch on. I feel like there's a lot more we could talk about, but I got to hop on a Zoom call here. So I'm going to wrap up, but all I can say about Lofty is I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with it. Obviously, as you can see, it is a big part of our business and it really has helped us. The technology at Real Broker has been like 10 out of 10. This is only scratching the surface of the technology we have access to. Even the AI on like Lofty, like if someone logs into our website at 1 a.m, the artificial intelligence assistant will reach out to them and pre-qualify them and have this full-on conversation, like literally asking better questions than we could, because it's creepy how smart they are.
Thing. We're it's like, how does it know how to word this better than we are?
And then we can go back the next day and see like the whole conversation, and we know all these things. But it's wild and crazy. Last thing I will say though is the importance of an email list. I think in today's day and age, honestly, this is true whether you're a realtor or literally anything else you're doing, even if you just have a YouTube channel. Like your email list is the thing that you own. You don't own any of these platforms. Like it is, you don't own your brokerage, whatever you're at, like your email list is so important. And I don't think that I would never like rely obviously on your email list as like the thing that's going to bring you all this right now business, but it can absolutely enhance your business. And I would say more of a long-term strategy, but it's super important. And I know since I was a brand new agent, I've always been focused on growing my email list. And just this last tip I will leave you with for growing your email list, something I've always done is it's very simple, but I think it's easy to forget to do it. As soon as someone reaches out to me for any reason, like when I was a new agent, this looked like a floor call for sale by owner. I got their information from a lead I bought, a Facebook lead, like anybody. I would immediately input them into my CRM system, and then I would put them on some sort of a plan, whether that's if they were a buyer, I'd put them on a buyer plan so that they were getting consistent emails from me with buyer tips or whatever, and you can do this very easily with this CRM system as well. So
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I just like how everything's in one spot, in one place. And for us, it's connected to our website, and I don't think it gets any better than that one, And like for us as being realtors though, have you ever set yourself out on property watch yourself?
Oh yeah.
So
I do that.
So
sometimes.
like I did that last week, and and it's once again though, like it keeps you as the realtor up on the main focus and top of mind, because like I said, there's thousands of other agents out there. Yeah. And what's going to separate you from somebody else? Well, maybe it's somebody automated just saying, hey, I'm here to assist you, whatever you need. And this is my phone number. And it definitely does that, and it tracks that. And I think that's good service too.
I agree. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. As always, we love chatting with you guys in the comments. We'd love to hear, what do you use Lofty? If so, what do you like about it? What do you not like? What CRM system do you use right now? And do you like it? If you also have any real estate related questions or video suggestions, what do you want to see more of on this channel? Feel free to leave that in the comments. If you watch this video all the way through, hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, because we come on here every week with new videos, and we'll see you next time.